Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of the Coach Training Partners Podcast. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting. And this show is part of the larger Capitalize Your Best podcast network of shows. On Mondays, we have This Is Gonna Hurt, which is about making a better you, which, by the way, just celebrated 600 episodes. Thank you so much, everybody. Today is Tuesday. This is the Coach Training Partners Podcast. This is about helping coaches create programs and increase their revenue. On Wednesday, we have the Capitalize Your Best podcast. That's about marketing and business, improving in those areas. On Thursdays, we don't have a formal podcast, but we do have a live 11 a.m. coaching call in the This Is Gonna Hurt online community. I'll talk to you about that in a few minutes. And then on Fridays, we have a fun show called You're Entitled to Your Opinion, which is just reviews, interviews, just pop culture stuff that I love talking about. But today, I've got something very exciting to talk about. I recently got time with my multimillionaire mentor. This is a good friend of mine who has become my mentor and really transformed my life in the last 6 or 7 years. And we got 2 hours together. I guess it was Friday night. It was him, me, and one other guy, and our wives were getting together. And so we hung out for about 2 hours. And I'm telling you what, that those 2 hours were just transformative. Conversations like I don't normally get to have, and I felt challenged and transformed and encouraged. Went home with a ton of enthusiasm. And so I would like to share with you 3 takeaways from time with my mentor. I'm going to share 3 takeaways from my time with my multi-million-dollar mentor. And I hope that these can be 3 takeaways that you can go either towards your mentor or towards finding a mentor. Okay. So let's start with this. Here is takeaway number 1 of spending time with my mentor. Number 1, you've got to ask if you want the time. Don't get me wrong, my mentor is wonderful. He reaches out to me periodically, checks on me, and see how I'm doing. But if I want time with him, I have to ask. He's busy. He runs multiple businesses. He's got a successful family. He's traveling. He's not even in the state right now. But I knew he was in town. I knew there was an opportunity. So I reached out to him and I said, "Hey man, can we hang out tonight?" And he said, "Yeah, sure, of course." Because he had the freedom and that's who he is. But if you want time with mentors or people of influence, you've got to ask. Every single day, I write down this affirmation. I write down, I am surrounded by smart, wise, and wealthy people who happily give me their wisdom every single day. Let me tell you that again. I write down this affirmation every day. I am surrounded by smart, wise, and wealthy people who happily share their wisdom with me every single day. And when I write that down, it reminds me to go find those folks and spend time with them. So if you want time with your mentor, or if you want to spend time with someone who might be your mentor, you are going to have to ask for it. Okay. Number 2, a lesson I learned from spending time with my mentor is that I need to expect high-level conversations. He doesn't sit around talking about stupid stuff. He doesn't sit around talking about gossip or wasting time. High-level conversations. We met. He was with some other people, and I got there, and we immediately jumped into a conversation about recent applications of AI, and he does some work with defense contracting, and of course I'm in marketing. There was another person there in real estate, and so we immediately all started sharing conversations about AI, sharing things that each of us didn't know. But then we went to a different restaurant. We went downstairs and we were sitting, and immediately, the moment we all sat down, he said, "What do you guys think about the Supreme Court decisions on the tariffs and Trump?" Now, this wasn't an overly political conversation. He wanted to know, he was testing us. Do you guys have something? Do you have an opinion on this? Because if we didn't have an opinion on it, he probably would have moved on or just been quiet and let us take the conversation. It's something I've been studying. So we jumped right in and we talked about that. We talked about the implications of taxes and the new tax laws. We talked about some future legalities, both with this administration and future administrations. And the conversation was deep. And if you want to get time with a mentor, you need to expect high level conversations. They're just different than day-to-day superficial conversations. I walked away energized and challenged. So if you're going to get time with a mentor, you've got to expect high level conversations. Number 3, you've got to be prepared to ask questions. I needed to show up to that with questions to ask. Now, our time there was not just me asking him question after question after question. In fact, he started and guided the conversation. But when an opportunity arose, I had a question specifically as it applies to things going on in my business, in larger applications of the economy as I consider making some changes. And so I was prepared. I didn't just show up and like hang out, like, hey man, what's up? Yo, we weren't doing that kind of thing. I showed up prepared with good questions so that when the time was right and appropriate, I asked those questions and I soaked up every single bit of wisdom that I could have. And if you're going to spend time with mentors or folks who are high level learners or high level earners, you've got to show up prepared to ask good questions. They'll happily answer them if you found the right person, and you're going to walk away all the better. Real quick, here are the three takeaways from spending time with my multi-millionaire mentor. Number one, I had to ask to get time with them, and you need to be prepared to ask to get time with your mentor. They're very busy people. Number two, you should expect high level conversations. You should expect and be prepared to engage in conversations that are not normal and not superficial. And three, I showed up prepared, and you should be showed up prepared with good questions. If you're going to get time with someone that smart and that wise, take advantage of it. Don't dominate the conversation, but show up ready to learn, and they're going to show up ready to share. Friends, I hope this was helpful. I had a blast. I love sharing these times with you. I do want to invite you to the Capitalize Your Best online community. This is a community apart from social media. It has daily, weekly, and monthly seminars, the courses you can enjoy there. You can have conversations based around the 10 pillars of capital. And I have a 7-day free pass for anybody who wants to be a part of it. And after that, it's $29 a month. So if you'd like to know more about the Capitalize Your Best online community, reach out to me and I'll give you the information. And guys, I appreciate you so much tuning in. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.